Welcome, take and travel with NGT. Now, dielectric boundary condition for displacement vector D. We will discuss about dielectric boundary condition for displacement vector D as well as for electric field vector E. Okay, now you see this one is the boundary. This one is medium 1 having permittivity epsilon 1. This one is the medium 2 with permittivity epsilon 2 or dielectric constant 1 and dielectric constant 2. These are the boundary separating two media. Okay, and this one is the displacement vector D, suppose. Okay, what is our aim? Our aim is whether this displacement vector will be changes at the boundary or not. When it will go from one media to another media, it will travel from one media to another media. Okay, then it will changes or not. So this type of a question can be split into another subsidiary two questions. Let me say if there is no free charge at boundary, ये boundary पर कोई चार्ज नहीं है, तब displacement vector D की behavior क्या होगी? Another is if there is a charge along this boundary, then what is the behavior of this displacement vector? उसका वर्तणुक क्या होगी? इस behavior के बारे में सेकंड पार्ट में हम चर्चा करेंगे. फर्स्ट पार्ट, ओके, इफ देयर इज नो फ्री चार्ज एट द बाउंड्री, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? व्हाट इज दिस वन इज द लॉ, गॉसिस लॉ इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ डाइलेक्ट्रिक, डेल्टा डॉट डी इक्वल टू रो. ओके, सो लेट मी से हियर डेल्टा डॉट डी इक्वल टू रो, टेक रो इक्वल टू 0 बिकॉज इफ देयर इज नो फ्री चार्ज एट द बाउंड्री. Okay, so rho equal to 0. Again take volumetric integration. I can delta dot d v volumetric integration equal to 0 because right hand side is 0. Why it is so? Rho equal to 0, no free charge according to our first condition at this boundary. Here we have considered Gaussian surface like this. ds1 is the normal of first surface. ds2 is the normal surface normal of second surface. ds1 equal to minus ds2. Both vectors are equal but opposite, but their magnitude are same. Okay, so and again any vector can be represented by its magnitude and unit vector. Okay, now come here again, you jump from volumetric integration to surface integration. What we should do? There is disappear divergence sign, delta dot will disappear here. Okay, and instead of volumetric integration you should jump from volume to surface, delta dot sign will be disappear, so d ds equal to 0. It is called Gaussian divergence theorem. Okay, now let me say again, d has two components, suppose for medium 1 and medium 2 like this. Okay, so d1 dot ds1 plus d2 dot ds2 equal to 0. Now any vector can be splitted like this, vector and its direction and magnitude. This one is direction and magnitude, but you know that ds1 and ds2 have opposite directions, so sign is negative here, but their magnitude are same. I mean ds1 equal to ds2 equal to ds, we can write here. So ds1 equal to ds2 equal to ds, we have right here. This equal to this, we have right here. Okay, now take common d dot en minus d2 en caret, okay, and surface integral like this. Here surface element does not equal to 0, that means d1 dot d1 dot en equal to d2 dot en. What is the value of en? Equal to 1, that is d1 cos theta into 1 minus d2 cos theta into 1. Okay, that means d1 cos theta 1 minus d2 cos theta 2 equal to 0. Okay, that means d1 cos theta 1 equal to d2 cos theta 2, or we can say that cos 0 equal to 1, so d1 equal to d2. So when there is no free charge, at boundary, we can say that, okay, rho equal to 0, no free charge at the boundary, displacement vector D remain continuous, d1 equal to d2, displacement vector D remain continuous. Now what will happen if there is a surface charge density sigma okay, at the boundary, then what will happen? You can say d1 En minus d2 En from this equation like this, okay, equal to sigma, not equal to 0. It does not equal to 0. Rho or sigma does not equal to 0 here, okay. That means d will not remain continuous, okay. D abruptly change at the boundary because d1 does not equal to d2. It will make difference of the amount of sigma, okay. So in the first case, if there is no free charge, okay, displacement vector d remain continuous, okay. Here displacement vector d will be abruptly changes at the boundary, d1 does not equal to d2. Now let me say, what about electric field vector? Okay, suppose this one is electric field vector, again this one is the boundary, okay. Now you consider here tangential component of electric field. You travel from this, इधर से इधर जाओ, इधर से इधर जाओ, इधर से इधर जाओ, इधर से इधर जाओ. So this component or this component is called tangential component. Perpendicular component की हम बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, okay. So here you can say this one is electric field vector. Again there is a electric field vector in first media E1, here E2 in second media like this, okay. Now you start from from this side to this side to this side to this side, okay. Work is done, okay, on a closed path. So closed line integral E dot dl equal to 0, because what will happen when you arrive at the same point, total work will be equal to 0. Total work will be equal to 0. Closed line integral of electric field for conservative electric field, this will be equal to 0. Now take tangential component. These are the tangential component. This is also tangential component. So for E1, E dot dl1 plus E2 dot dl2 equal to 0. This will be split for E1 and E2, and T indicates tangential component, not perpendicular component. It is not like this, okay. So let me say E1 here not cosine, here is a sine, okay. So E1 sin theta 1, here again E2 sin theta 2, because dl1 is opposite to dl2. आप लोग बोलेंगे कि ये डॉट है एक्चुअली, तो इसको कोस थीटा क्यों नहीं है? ये इसलिए है कि ये स्पर्शकीय कंपोनेंट है, टेंजेंशियल कंपोनेंट है, ये कोस थीटा वाले कंपोनेंट नहीं है, इसलिए उसको साइन हमने कन्वर्ट कर दिया. Clear? So E1 sin theta 1 minus E2 sin theta 2 dot dl, because dl1 equal to dl2 equal to dl. But dl cannot be equal to 0. That means E1 sin equal theta 1 equal to E2 sin theta 2. Clear? So let me say, so tangential component of electric field remains continuous because E1 sin theta 1 equal to E2 sin theta 2. This will not change. Both component will remain same here, okay. Now note, in first case d1 cos theta 1 equal to d2 cos theta 2. In second case, for electric field E1 sin theta 1 equal to E2 sin theta 2. Now take the ratio of both. Again consider d1 equal to epsilon in 1 into E1, because d equal to epsilon into E. D equal to what? Epsilon into E, you know very well, okay. D2 equal to epsilon to E2, okay. Place this value in this equation and take the ratio, okay. Then you will find out epsilon 1 cot theta 1, because cos theta divided by sin theta, okay, this will be equal to cot theta. So epsilon cot theta 1 equal to epsilon 2 cot theta 2. So all these are the boundary condition for dielectric material for displacement vector as well as electric field vector. Thank you.